What's up? No idea. No idea. I'm waiting on my friends. Either Among Us or Dead by Daylight. Sure. I have it on friends should are automatically able to join. Wait, hold on. Let me check real quick. Bro, this spaceship is AP. Well, I said AP. Fuck it. OP. Let me try it like this. Oh wait, hold on. I gotta make this a multiplayer world. I guess I turned it off when I forgot to pay my PlayStation Plus. There I have it, where PlayStation Network friends are able to just join. Same with Microsoft players, so. Yeah, I'm a bummer. Pay his mortgage. They be swerving. Pay his mortgage. Fuck the stick, talk shit. Drops to his face, got him crib walking. With the blue rocket. Yo, Chad. Yo, look at this shit. Yo, CJ, try and come in here. Yeah, bro. Oh, damn, you can't. Alright, alright. Appreciate you, Ender. Simba. Underground brewed Ember. Yo, CJ, follow me. CJ, before you leave, make sure to put it back on my roof. Don't go in the water. Yo, how's everything doing?
She's good. They gave her some medicine.
That's
They
good.
did blood tests and everything. They checked and because the guy immediately was like, "Do you get migraines?" And she's like, "Yes." And so they figured out it was a migraine on top of the nerve issue she already has.
Uh-huh.
She was like, "I thought with this I wouldn't get migraines anymore." I'm like, "That's not how that works, mom. One thing doesn't cancel out the other." So I told her another time she had a really bad day where it was really bad. I think it was the day that I left work early the last time
Yeah.
when I told her I was like, what if, your migraines that happen is part of what's causing the really bad days, like what if cuz I know when you say that it's on a really bad day, it's like in your skull too. I'm like it's probably because she has chronic migraines. She's had them her whole life. I was
Yeah.
like it's probably a migraine that's like making those bad days worse because you've always had them. She's like, "No, I don't think so. Doctor says it."
Yeah.
But
Just
dude,
glad she's
I
good.
was I was not okay in that doctor's office, bro. Like I could not hold it together. I was bawling my eyes out
I don't blame you.
cuz like seeing her like that, dude, like y'all have no idea. Y'all could hear a little bit of what was happening. I'm sure y'all could hear her like just whimpering in pain the entire time.
Yeah, I was
It
streaming, so
was
I just muted the party so no one heard that. Didn't want any your family business out there. So when I joined and I heard everything, I was like, I'm sorry, and then I just muted so they didn't have to hear it.
yeah, that's perfectly fine. I appreciate it. But yeah, it was she was like cuz she got scared cuz she was getting really dizzy and nauseous. And so she thought her face like she thought her mouth was like pulling to one side and drooping. That's why she said she
Ooh.
wanted to go to the emergency room because she got scared.
Oh
So
yeah.
they did a stroke test and everything. It wasn't a stroke. I was scared that she was seizing because the way she was like tensing and twitching and like shaking a little bit from the pain.
Yeah.
But they did say they were like it is her body reacting to that amount of pain. I was like, okay, great. And but yeah, she was that was terrible. She couldn't even talk.
Just glad she's good.
Yeah, dude, I was a wreck as soon as I got like I was a wreck leaving work and then I was a wreck when I came into the hospital cuz I came in the wrong way cuz I
Mhm.
came into the doors that like close, not the emergency room cuz I just parked. I was like I got to get in here. So I
Yeah.
went in and no one was there because they were fixing to close that spot. So I happened to find someone. I think she was about to leave for her shift, the poor girl. I was like, I'm so sorry. I was like, can you please take me like to the emergency area? My mom came in, and she's like, okay, yeah, I'll take you. So she took me. I think there
Real
was
one
like
right
two
there.
ladies at the reception, and I told them I was like, hey, I'm looking for my mom. My mom just came in here with my stepdad, Christy Spear, and I gave them my name, and they were like, okay, we're gonna call them right now. They just came in. We're just gonna make sure you're clear to go back there and that they're not gonna. I'm like, okay, awesome. As soon as I sat down, I told Steven where I was, and he was coming through the little door thing, leading, like telling me where to go. And she's like, oh, that works too. You're good. Go ahead. I'm like, thank you. Ugh, I was fucking terrified, man.
Oh yeah. Just glad I said. Just glad she's okay.
Me too, because I was seeing her in that state itself was just like, ugh, ugh.
Oh yeah. But look at this picture I just sent you. Fucking they added new fucking of the add-ons, and this fucking helicopter looks cute as fuck.
What the fuck?
And then the one that next to it, the orange one, that's a spaceship. And let's just say that shit goes like 1,000 blocks a minute. Like that shit makes
It's
elytras.
time for Dark Oak trees again.
No, literally. Like you get on this world, you take this spaceship. The only thing I ask is you put it back because it is one really hard to find, and two, it is really hard to control. But you're able to use it underwater, unlike the other ones. So fucking the one time I was using the helicopter, I accidentally fell into the water and I had to fucking remake it. But yeah, I made an aquarium. I got mad fucking of the fucking axolotls for you. and the chandeliers look fucking A1. But yeah, after the last couple of nights of me drinking, I'm done. I told myself after my birthday I was gonna settle down. I had a couple people that wanted to drink with me, obviously, after my birthday. So I was like, after this, I'm done.
Same as me. It's just not drink. Yeah, I still drink when I'm hungry. Like I still had almost a full can of it yesterday, and I added an extra can because I bought an extra.
Yeah.
So, because Paige was too fucked up to get up last night, and I got up, and like all night she was like, we're like, go to bed, go drink water. His girlfriend told me, she's like, get off the game, you're going to bed. You are not well. You are not well.
W girlfriend for that. Literally for that one. For anything else, but for that one, good. Chad. So every time y'all cheers or y'all drink, I'm just gonna drink water to it.
Home demented.
Hmm?
Home.
You're cutting out.
Oh
Think,
shit.
think she said what's wrong.
No. Oh.
Hello? We
My
can hear you
headset.
now.
Just in like the beginning for some reason, but other than that,
How's your mom doing?
oh, she's doing a lot better. They gave her some medicine. They gave her two different kinds of medicine they said she'll need to take. Um, aside from the one she's already taken before the trigeminal shit. Um, apparently it was a migraine on top of the chronic pain she already has, and so it was tenfold. And her body, the reaction her body was having to the pain was like, oh my god, it was terrifying. I was literally just telling Scrandy how scared I was sitting there, and she couldn't speak. She couldn't even
Oh.
speak. Like she was sitting there and she was like shaking and she's like twitching and shaking and it was so
Oh,
scary.
real.
I was terrified. I was like, oh my god, is my mom gonna be okay? I'm like, oh my god. Like I kept watching her chest to make sure she kept breathing. That's how scared I was. Like I was a wreck in that doctor's office, gang.
I don't blame you.
But as soon as that medicine kicked in, bro, she was finally like talking again. Slowly started going, back to whatever, and she just looked really tired, obviously. And then she was like, I need to sit up. I need to sit up. So we moved her thing to get her to sit up. Then she kept wanting to get up, and she's like, I want this thing out of me. I want to go home. And I'm like, Mom, we can't go home. We need your lab results. She was like, I thought with this that meant I wouldn't have migraines. I'm like, Mom, one neurological problem does not cancel another.
No, literally.
I still can't believe I really did break my little light thing. Last night when I was swinging my little thingamajig around, it hit the glass around my light, and I broke it. I did it for the vine.
Do it for the vine.
Genuine reenactment. Okay, don't push the light. Don't push the light. Also, sorry, I got some food and some sweet tea. imagine this. She the one in the hospital. She gonna talk about something. I'm sorry, bitch. Don't piss me off. Like she couldn't even sign her paperwork. Like Steven signed, like filled out her other paperwork and stuff at the thing, and then when they came in to do the consent forms, like the consent to treat her, I signed it, and I was like, oh my god, stop. I don't like how this feels. This is terrible. She's supposed to be signing my paperwork. I was so scared, man. And I appreciate Country and Spransy and Static being there for me whenever I went, because they sat in the party for a while with me while I was in there and while I was on the way.
I don't know how to make pie crust, but I'm just gonna fucking wing it.
Graham crackers. Hold on. What kind of pie are you making?
I'm making chicken pot pie.
Okay, I don't know how to make that crust. We've always used graham crackers, but usually that's because we're making cheesecake, to be fair. Also, cheesecake is not cake. Cheesecake is literally pie. No one can tell me otherwise. The fuck?
It is freaking pie.
It's
It
literally
is
pie. You're gonna look at cheesecake and tell me that's not the definition of pie. Like, hello?
crust and filling. That's fucking pie.
Dead ass. That ain't no damn cake.
Yeah, I'm getting fucking sick too. Oh god, I fucking hate this.
Hello, hello. Oh, wow. New details in the Celeste Rivas Hernandez murder investigation reveal her body, found in David's impounded Tesla, was reportedly partially frozen and dismembered. David is now considered a primary suspect, with reports of a second suspect emerging. The timeline suggests her death occurred in spring, though the medical examiner has yet to determine the cause. Gang, it has been so long. How have they not determined the cause of death? Also, she was cut up. Do you not think that was like a part of how she died? Like, hello?
That shit pisses me off. Like, yo.
Like, this case is going on longer than the Holocaust at this point. Like, y'all are pissing me off.
What case?
The fucking Celeste and David case.
I have no idea what case that is.
So there's this rapper, David, and he had an underage girlfriend or whatever.
Oh, is that?
Her,
I think I know. I remember y'all talking about
the
it.
girl whose body was found in his car or whatever.
They're still talking about that?
Dude, nothing. They still haven't even discovered the cause of death for her body. Okay?
This is longer than the Casey Anthony bullshit.
That's what I'm saying. I'm genuinely irked. I'm like, ain't no way. Somebody is paying y'all. Like, I'm so done.
What's good, Shinobi? Same. I want to do a 24-hour gaming stream, but it's like I don't know what game I could play for 24 hours straight.
Oh, okay. And stab me. Oh, I haven't taken this one off yet. Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, full bucket screaming. What's the number? I don't know where the container case thing is in my mouth. Oh yeah, good. Oh, it's in there?
That felt good.
Okay.
Just a breath. Just.
Yeah. Sorry guys, I'm just having my IV in now.
You're all good.
Yep, where they...
Yeah, you're good, bro.
So, pretty much. Yep. Nice.
Who goes there? Hi, country.
Hey, Demented.
Doing
So
good,
your
Matt?
mom's doing better?
Yeah. They gave her. I think it was 2 new medicines. I don't remember the names of them, but 2 new medicines to help keep migraines at bay and everything, so that she wouldn't have that problem again. Because that's what it
Did
was.
they,
Apparently, was that?
did they ever do a CAT scan on her?
No, not there. We didn't do anything like that. But when Steven was talking to me earlier, because we were both, worried about the tumor thing. When he was talking to me earlier, he said something. I was so foggy brained that I don't quite remember exactly what he said. But he said something about something and was like, "So I think that rules out of it being a tumor because of this." And I was like, "Huh?" I didn't retain anything he was saying. I was too much of a wreck to understand. But he was saying that he's pretty sure that a tumor is ruled out of that.
Until I hear a doctor say, I would not rule that out.
Well, yeah, but it still does make me feel better because he's seen a lot and been in hospitals a lot with a lot of different people with a lot of different problems. So, and plus with the doctors around here, still iffy even if they say it's not possible. I feel a lot better though. I'm really glad that it was just because what it was is she has migraines. She's always had migraines her entire life. And so that was another thing that I kind of caught on to the last time she had a bad day. I told her, I was like, what if it's, a migraine that's making the pain even worse because it's all neurologically connected. It's all like
Oh yeah.
literally in your brain, in your skull.
Yeah.
And so when she went today, they dead ass confirmed what I said because that's what it was. Is she was having a migraine on top of that pain, and that's what made it so bad and made her literally non-functional. And all the whatever that was happening with her not being able to talk, her shaking, not being able to move, that's how her body was reacting to that amount of pain. Because because I asked them, I was like, do we know what the shaking is? Do we know what that is? Because that's scaring me, and I'm scared it's a seizure. They're like, no, it's not. They're like, I promise, that's just the pain. I'm like, okay, great, because
That bait.
So what is the charm doing today?
Popeye.
Up high?
she's making pot pie, chicken pot pie.
Oh, that's great.
Ah. I'm alright.
Distracted. I keep looking at the recipe on Google, then I go right to TikTok and start scrolling.
Hey, you can't beat a good chicken pot pie.
Mm.
Yeah, my brother said earlier if Pig wanted chickens, he just needed to come and get some of the ones we got.
Hopefully not a rooster.
Don't tell him that. He'll really come through.
Yeah, no, seriously, fucking come and get them. Fucking come and I'll give him the 2 fucking hens that go with the rooster and the rooster.
Imagine he just joined right when you said that.
Yeah, okay.
He just got to give me $50 for him, and I'll let him have him.
Okay.
I'm about to make this house bigger than the one under our other world.
Woo! We're about to take it out. Oh, okay.
I will say those nurses were so nice. They were so sweet. I loved them.
Yeah.
They were very calm. They kept us very calm. They were so sweet the entire time, and they answered my questions without any whatever. Even the doctor, like he came in and he was just calm, like happy-go-lucky, trying to keep the energy positive.
You got
Not
to in
in like a
that kind of environment.
not in like a condescending, like, whatever, there's nothing wrong with you way, but just in a calm, it's gonna be okay, Just basically like it's a casual, thing. He was not giving any feeding the negative energy at all. He just came in and was like, she couldn't answer him, and he's like, Miss Fear, hello, and she's like, hello, and he's like, where's the pain at? And he's like, just trying to get her to, respond. But he wasn't mean at all about it. He was just, he was good. I liked him. I loved the nurses. They were so
Yeah, there's
sweet.
not very many doctors that can do that.
Am I gonna have to re-download Dead by?
Very, very sweet. Like, even the lady at the window, she saw I was a wreck. Like, I literally went up to the window in tears, and I was like, my mom is here. And oh, the nurses, like, literally see me, like, trying to sign the consent form, and I'm just bawling and shaking. Like, my hand was shaking, and I was trying to sign it so bad because I was so scared. And they were just so nice. They didn't say anything to feed the fear or anything, and they didn't say anything about it. They weren't like, it's gonna be okay. They just kept the energy
Well, the
positive,
thing is, they knew you were supposed to be there just by the way you were acting before you ever said anything.
Oh
They
yeah,
can
cause
tell. Most of them's been there long enough to know that.
oh yeah, cause dude, I was not. I was scared.
I mean, that's a normal
There's a
reaction though
lot of
for that.
nurses that cannot do what they did. There's a lot of them that get an attitude or they'll feed into your fear, and
Yeah, they
so
didn't sit there.
it does take special people to be nurses and doctors.
Oh, absolutely. Because they also didn't just sit there and be like, it's okay, you're okay, she's okay. They didn't even say any of that because that's not really what we want to hear when we're scared. We don't just want to be told everything's okay when it clearly doesn't look like it is.
Yeah.
So they were just kind the whole time. They just, they kept a really nice like, I fucking love you guys. Like, I could tell, because you can feel it in a room. You can feel when someone's being, like, genuine and crying. They were so sweet. Like, they genuinely wanted us to make sure, like, they wanted to make sure we were okay. They were really sweet. I loved them a lot. Whoever's
That's
kids those girls are that are nursing there, I'm proud of them, and they should be proud of their kid.
I was saying earlier, there was nothing I could do. The only thing I could do there in that situation, just pray for you, Demented.
No, literally.
And I greatly appreciate you guys for just popping in when I needed y'all.
I
Yeah.
sat there right in the lobby, even though you were talking to him. I could hear you talking to him.
Yeah, I was telling
Okay,
Demented that I
nice.
was streaming when I joined in, so I just went mute, so the stream didn't hear that shit, because that was not a stream's business, so.
No,
Yeah,
it's
I
not.
appreciate that.
No problem. Yeah, I'm trying to do a 24-hour stream, but it's
It's
like,
okay.
I'm trying to figure out what game to play for 24 hours.
All of them.
I can't just switch
I did
games,
have to mute
otherwise
my mic
I would.
because I did have some family that was doing their usual fucking plotting and
Not
scheming
really.
and all that shit, and they were getting kind of loud. And I'm like, hey, we have somebody in the party having a medical emergency. Y'all need to kind of keep it down. That's not our fucking concern. I said, yeah, it's called common fucking courtesy.
I had y'all turned down a little bit so that I could hear and talk to everybody, because
That is exactly what it's called, common courtesy.
Oh yeah.
No, it's fine. It's fine. The pain's fine.
Are you okay, Shinobi?
Yeah, I'm just getting stabbed by a needle in my hand.
Ooh, dude, I know how that is. Oh, they did that to me when I had my tonsils removed.
he's gonna get his IV.
I hate
Remember, he's
IVs.
at the doctor today.
Yeah, that's right.
I fucking hate IV.
Stay strong, man.
You got this.
Yeah, you got it. I'm sorry, Demented. Every time I hear someone talk about IV, I clench up.
Oh yeah. Mom was so ready to get that thing out of her arm that they put in to do the medicine and everything. She, like, literally as soon as she was, like, back to, talking and everything, she's like, I want this out. I'm like, no, we can't take it out.
Hey, y'all remember when I told y'all I had an abscess tooth that I had to have
Yeah.
surgery on?
Yup.
Okay, so they told me I could have the IV or I could have shots in my mouth. I am so terrified of the IV that I told him,
Sorry.
just stick me in the mouth with a needle.
Right.
Because I was better at dealing with a needle in the mouth because I could just close my eyes. That better not be an image of that.
Definitely
Go
isn't.
look at it, country.
I'm not playing with you, Shinobi. If I look at that,
Just don't look at it. He's just showing a picture of the doctor holding his arm putting the IV in. Just don't look at it. You're good.
why the would you send that? I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it.
Cause you're the
Don't look
like,
at it. You're good.
cause you're like the only one in the group that is like really iffy about that type of stuff.
I am fucking needle phobic.
I know. I should be
I'm
needle
not
phobic
gonna let
after
them
that
poke
hospital
me if I
visit.
have to, but if I don't have to get poked, you are not poking me.
That's a fact. Like when they're like, "Oh, you
Literally,
want the
you
shot
can't
for the
see the
year?"
needle or
And I'm like,
anything.
"Nope,
It's just
I'm
like
good."
the sticker with the thing on it. You can't see the needle.
Oh, that doesn't matter. The fact is, I know it's there, Demented.
I know. I was just letting you know.
I'm on another mission to find a UFO because I broke mine.
But yeah, I had them stick me in the mouth with those shots, because I gained a tolerance for that when I was at the first dentist back when I was a teenager, because he would do that, and no matter how many times you told him you were in pain, he just did not give a fuck. He's the one, Shinobi, I told you had his wife murdered him.
Oh yeah.
She ran him over like 4 or 5 different times and then jumped out and cussed at him. Jumped back in the car and took off.
Imagine getting cussed at. It's your last word you hear.
What she did was she hit him when she waited till he went on his run, and she jumped in her car and she ran him over. Then she backed up on him, ran him over again, backed up on him, ran him over again, backed up on him, ran him over another time, then jumped out, cussed at him, jumped back in her car and took off.
Bloody hell.
Right
Safe,
in front of people.
safe to say she didn't like him.
Why did you marry the man?
Money.
Apparently so. And they did arrest her.
I mean, I'd hope so.
For a week. They let her go a week, a whole week, and didn't do anything to her. But that's why I had them stick me in the mouth with the needles when I had that abscess. It's because I was terrified of the IV because of when I was a kid. I had my tonsils removed and they stuck it in, and I remember nothing but pain from it. And then I had another issue when I was a little kid. Where okay, so they usually shoot you in both your cheeks when you get the shot in the butt.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't jab it into you. I had 2 nurses that did that, and then had the ganacity to lie to my mother and tell her I had fought them, and that's the reason why they did it. And only for them to turn around and get fired because the hospital got sued.
You know they made an Edward Scissorhands Monster High doll?
No, I did not know that.
I did not either. I was looking up something about Edward Scissorhands and it said Edward Scissorhands Monster High. I was like, huh?
I didn't even know that was
What?
part of the Monster High series.
The collab we didn't know we needed.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I need her. I'm looking at the doll right now and I want it. I want to collect Monster High doll. But all the new gens are so ass. What did they do? Bro, I need Gen 1 Monster High dolls back, gang, cuz this new shit is ass.
Why do I feel like Spranzy collects that?
Shut the fuck up. First of all, they're action
Spranzy be like,
figures.
this is my shelf for Monster High dolls.
They're action figures.
So was He-Man.
They're gonna do Coraline? Yo. Y'all about to make me start buying Monster High dolls, I swear. I'm about to restart my collection. Don't play with me.
Hey, if they brought Cabbage Patch Kids back, would you collect them?
I didn't have Cabbage Patch Kids. I didn't like dolls. Okay, let me preface this. I did not like baby dolls when I was a kid, nor like regular dolls in general. But Monster High dolls, I was totally fine with. Those were the only dolls that didn't creep me out as a kid.
Man, Cabbage Patch dolls are creepy as hell.
Let me tell y'all something. Bro. I went to my friend's house in high school, right? Because she had a pool. We would all go over there and hang out and get the pool all day, right? Well, one day I went over. I didn't have a swimsuit, so my friend let me borrow one of hers. So I went in the closet to change. She was like, because I didn't want to change in front of them. I didn't like changing in front of people. She was like, yeah, you can change in the closet if you want. I walk in the closet because it's a walk-in. Man, I walk in, close the door, turn on the light, and go to turn around, and ran out screaming because the entire wall of one side of her closet was just dolls.
My God.
It was terrible. It was awful. And I'm not talking like the cute little whatever. No, these are like old vintage dolls. The creepiest of creepy dolls.
You talking about porcelain?
Yeah,
No,
some of
so
them
what?
were porcelain dolls. Some of them
No,
were
so
like
what?
just old vintage dolls,
No,
and
so
it
what?
was
Nah.
it was
No.
terrifying. I literally ran
Oh
out
god.
screaming, and
You
I was half
better,
naked,
you
ran out
better
screaming, and they were like, "What's
Mm,
wrong with you?" I'm like, "You have a closet full of dolls." They're like, "It's my grandma's. I don't care."
I would have never went back to that house ever again.
Your neighbour questions.
I still like hung out there, but I didn't go in that closet ever again. I'll tell you that. I don't like dolls.
No, that is serious. Wait,
You know, in Japan, they got a doll, a porcelain doll that is under lock and key because she's haunted.
Oh.
She moves on her own. Porcelain dolls are not supposed to talk. She can talk.
Oh, so
Wait,
she's
where was
basically
this
like
again?
Annabelle.
This is in Japan. No, it's not Annabelle.
Oh.
No,
But
no, no.
she's been
That's in
This is Japan. They got her in a shrine up on a mountain, simply to keep her away from the general population. Because she's not in
Oh.
herself. She's not in herself supposed to be dangerous, but she's supposed to have a curse on her too, though.
Oh, are you talking about
Oh.
Okiku?
Yeah, I think that's it. And then you got the infamous doll here in America, Robert.
Oh my God, Robert. Yes, he's in the that
And
guy's
he's in a
museum. The guy that
museum,
did. Yeah,
and
he's in the
he is dangerous. He is.
Yeah. So the YouTubers that I talk about all the time, Sam and Colby, they actually got Zach Bagans. That's the name of the museum, the Zach
Yeah,
Bagans
he's
Museum.
Annabelle dangerous.
Yeah, no, worse actually, because you have to
Yeah,
like.
he physically gets up and moves, and he's not porcelain. He's supposed to be a stuffed doll.
Yeah. So Robert,
Not
he's
plastic,
actually.
nothing like that.
People have been known to have had like because a lot of people who are skeptics and stuff, the people who like guide you through there literally tell you don't look in his eyes and do not take pictures of him. So
Ask him
many
before you
people.
take a picture.
I'm not asking, I'm just not gonna do it, goodbye.
Well, they
And
say
if
if
you
you
don't,
ask and he gives a permission, you can take a picture. How he gives permission, I don't know.
I don't know, but like people will be like they'll apologize for looking into his eyes, and there's people who literally have reportedly had like serious things happen to them after that encounter. Same with the Annabelle doll. People like there was one time Ed Warren, because she's in the Ed and Lorraine Warren Museum. But so another YouTuber that is friends with Sam and Colby, Elton Caste, he's actually the one that ended up buying or renting, I'm not sure, he's leasing the Ed Warren Museum.
You must be.
And so he has ownership over it right now. He has guardianship over the museum and the items within. But whenever the guy that was over it before him knew Ed and Lorraine Warren, like he was friends with them and everything, and he was going down all the items and like giving a rundown of all of them and specific dangerous ones and stuff. And he was telling them, basically giving them very very big warnings about, not to disrespect anything in the house because of so many people coming in there and being disrespectful to Annabelle. Like, oh, she's just a fucking doll. Like, basically antagonizing it. And when that happened, there was a couple that came in. They came in with their boat. They came on a motorcycle and they rode a motorcycle or whatever. And he antagonized the doll and talked shit to it. And they got in a motorcycle crash and he died.
Oh.
Also, Robert's been known to kill his victims with knives.
I've heard a lot of stories about Robert, like people having cancer, like getting like terminal cancer after like having a bad encounter with him and
I
stuff.
remember one story when I was a kid. They were doing a thing about the museum, and this old man had sat down on the bench near where Robert is and had went to sleep. Woke up with Robert right next to him standing, holding his hand, and the man had a heart attack. He literally freaked out and had a heart attack.
Jesus.
And people saw Robert running back to his case.
Yeah. Definitely.
I don't know if the man survived or not, but it's probably unlikely. Because he done that on purpose. I had a manager when I worked at Popeyes. We were talking about Robert. He's like, I don't care. I don't believe in that. I'm like, dude, do not go to that museum. and mess with that doll.
Yeah.
He's like, if I want to go and I want to talk shit, I'm gonna go talk shit. I'm like, no, please don't.
Oh, he's not scared.
No, he's not. But between y'all and me, that'll be one black man that you will see fucking run the moment something bad happens.
And here's the funny thing that's kind of like a common misconception. A lot of people are like, "Oh, dolls are possessed." The doll itself, like, or the item, because an item cannot get possessed, if that makes sense. It just has an extreme attachment to that object.
So what do you want to do?
And so that attachment can maneuver that object, but that object itself is not possessed because there is no vessel for it. Yes, the doll could technically become a vessel, like if you think about Chucky, but it doesn't actually work like that because there's no body, mind, or soul for it to take over
Well,
in order to fully possess it.
Well, they have to. It's easier for the ones that's actually hollow, though,
Well,
for them
yes,
to
but
possess.
because like it's not a possession, that's the like it's
But
very
most of it,
similar.
yeah, is right, is an attachment.
Yeah, it's an attachment in which they can maneuver it because it's an object. They can maneuver that. It's easier
And
for them to maneuver.
most of them, their goal is to get into the possession of an owner that they can then take over.
Exactly. That's their biggest thing. They like to get attached. They want control. And another common misconception a lot of people have is that demons want your souls and stuff like that. They have no use
No,
for your soul.
they actually just want your body.
Yeah, they just want a vessel. Demons literally have zero use for your soul. It actually was stated in another video that I watched recently where Sam and Colby went to. I'm gonna talk a lot about Sam and Colby when paranormal stuff comes up because that's like my main source of a lot of things because they're the only YouTubers besides Elton that is actually believable to me when it comes to that stuff because they've been doing it for years and they have had such a big following. They have no reason to fake that shit. You know what I mean? Like they started out with a big following.
Demented, have you heard this? There's a thing going around now about demons. Okay, so you've read the Bible about the Nephilim, right? The giants. There's people now, the Nephilim, the giants, the ones that died during the flood.
Nephilim. Hold
That
on, I haven't heard of that.
We
Hold
would
on.
get a review.
that's in
So
Genesis.
you're worried about him all overnight.
Oh, Nephilim. Okay, yeah. Sorry.
Anyways,
I had to see the word.
there's a group of people who believe that they may be the demons
Well, they should.
talked about in the Bible because there's a difference between a fallen angel and a demon.
Yeah.
And they think that demons are the giants because the
No.
demons, all they want is a living body. That's why when you get these people that's possessed, they can pick shit up that they are not supposed to be able to pick up, is because that's the spirit of a giant.
Cool.
That would make sense, but also, I don't know, because, like, they're kind of two different things, so I really don't know what to think. I feel like a Nephilim could definitely turn into a demon, you know what I mean?
Because see, the Bible says that when the flood came and the Nephilim died, they became evil spirits wandering the land.
Oh, okay, I see.
That's what it says specifically.
Oh yeah, that actually adds up, honestly, though.
And then later on in scriptures, when you get the word demon, because you don't get the word demon until after that event.
Ooh, you know what also is another being that is absolutely fascinating to me?